Hello, my name is Lot Hill, and thank you for taking the time to watch this brief video from the Center for Inclusive Excellence at San Diego State University. In the first of two videos on Universal Design for Learning, we explored why Universal Design for Learning supports student success. And in this follow-up video, I'll talk about how UDL supports student success. As a quick review from the last video on the why of Universal Design for Learning, you may remember that neuroscience shows that our brains have three broad networks that can be categorized as affective networks, recognition networks, and strategic networks. In Universal Design for Learning, each of these networks can inform our thinking about and design of learning. Affective networks help us think about the why of learning or engagement. Recognition networks are connected to the what of learning or representation. And strategic networks guide the how of learning or action and expression. This image and the next slide are sourced from the CAST.org website, which is the primary authority on all things Universal Design for Learning. With the influence of these three networks in mind, UDL guides us to design for flexibility through these three principles, providing multiple means of engagement to stimulate interest and motivation, providing multiple means of representation by presenting information and content in different ways, and providing multiple means of action and expression by differentiating the ways that students can express what they know. As we go here, I encourage you to be thinking about what you may already be doing and maybe jot down any notes you may have on what you want to keep doing, as well as new ideas for what you want to start doing in your classes. Let's begin with the idea of providing multiple means of representation. This examines how learners perceive and comprehend information. Learners learn and make connections to educational content in different ways. This can include engaging and presenting multiple formats of media and providing varied supports. This may also involve using graphics and animations and content maps when presenting content, highlighting critical features, activating background knowledge, supporting vocabulary so students can acquire the knowledge being taught. You may want to consider using audio files, video with captions and transcripts, electronic books and articles, lecture recordings and notes, accessible graphics, and accessible documents with tables of contents, tabs, and headers. Providing multiple means of action and expression guides us to examine how learners interact with learning environments and express their comprehension of the learning content. We can give students options for how they express what they know. We can provide varied models of skilled performance. We can provide ongoing and relevant feedback and supports for different levels of proficiency, provide opportunities to practice, and again, with the appropriate supports. Consider giving oral exams, individual or group presentations, essays, quizzes, graphics, and other ways to accommodate students with different communication styles and needs. Providing multiple means of engagement examines how students are engaged or motivated to learn. Remember that what excites one student won't necessarily excite other students. Offer choices of content and tools. Offer adjustable levels of challenge. Give students choices to fuel their interest and autonomy. Help them risk mistakes and learn from them. Consider how you can integrate structured small group activities, journals and personal reflections, hands-on activities, or even consider small gestures like sending reminders and emails with a warm and welcoming tone. It is, of course, important to create accessible course materials. And because of our limited time today, I'm going to mention just a few of the basic ways that you can make your digital content more accessible and point you toward a couple of resources. Use the styles function when creating documents in programs like Word. Always add descriptive, alternative text for images, charts, graphs, and other objects. Create searchable PDFs. Use the headings function in Word documents. Use simple table structures and specify column and row headings. And create unique titles for each slide in slide decks. For more information on creating accessible materials, please see the links on the page below to visit the SDSU Instructional Technology Services page, or by searching online for keywords SDSU and accessibility. For more information on the accessibility tools available in Canvas, search online for keywords Canvas and accessibility. The point is not for you to try to incorporate all three universal design principles into every lesson plan. Rather, they are intended to guide your instructional practice over time. Some students may need additional support to meet individual needs, and offering individual accommodations is always important. Now, if you have some time or some time in the near future, I encourage you to take a minute to think about any of these three principles. It doesn't matter which one, just choose the one that feels most exciting or relevant to you in this moment. Providing multiple means of engagement to stimulate interest and motivation. Providing multiple means of representation by presenting information and content in different ways, and providing multiple means of action and expression by way of differentiating the ways that students can express what they know. Once you've chosen one of these principles to focus on, ask yourself, what am I already doing that fulfills this principle? Next, ask yourself, what could I do or do I want to do in order to move toward fulfilling this principle? Try to focus on a couple of concrete examples. I encourage you to talk with your colleagues, to share your ideas, and to try to be open to the ideas that your colleagues share and consider them for the potential they may hold for your own courses. In summary, the basics of universal design for learning ask us to show information in different ways, allow students to approach learning tasks and demonstrate what they know in different ways, and offer options that engage students and keep them interested. You can find more information about the Center for Inclusive Excellence on our website, which you can get to by scanning the QR code above. And if you have any thoughts, questions, comments, or suggestions for the content of this video, please contact us at cie@sdsu.edu or email me directly at lhill2@sdsu.edu. Thank you for watching and for all you do to make your classes more inclusive and equitable.